So I was on the internet the other day, and I came across this article. It was about this woman who was writing a book on the history of profanity. And apparently, the first documented case of the F word was from 1528, and some monk was looking at like this code of morals, and I guess he was like really upset with his abbot or something, because he was like, the fucking abbot. So I thought that was hilarious, and I wrote a song about it. So this is called Fucking Abbot. It's 1528, Anno Domini. Last year I donned the robes of black and joined the monastery. I heard of this guy named Luther. Turns out he's not real cool with indulgences. So he assembled the truth, sir, and nailed it onto a door for the world to see. I consider myself a pretty worldly guy, the kind of monk who's grabbed an ale with Henry V. Triple I. So I posted my own theses just for kicks. Don't mean to toot my own horn, but there were 96. The very next day I went to greet the undoubtedly large crowd at the door. But to my dismay, my sacred piece of parchment was no more. Instead of my work neatly nailed to the door was a passive-aggressive note which kindly read, "The abbey door is only to be used for entering and exiting. Signed, Abbot John." Unbelievable! He thinks he rules the monastery. Well, I mean, he kinda does, but anyway, this new life as a monk is pretty solitary. I just want people to hear me, but this abbot guy's making it really. I don't even know what to say. It's just like, I'm a fucking abbot, you know? So okay, nobody ought to read my theses in the end. I think I've got an idea that'll put me in the history codex. Oh, I will write a mass that will transcend the very fabric of music in this time. Well, I consider myself a pretty musical man, the kind of monk who's played a few notes with Josquin. Yeah, anyone? I don't know. So I wrote my not so ordinary mass. Don't mean to toot my own horn, but it was a pretty badass. Yeah, I gathered the boys that night to sing through all my notes. The most beautiful voice came out of all those monkey throats. Well, just as we got to the third Kyrie, there came a knock on the door from the abbot to say, "Quiet hours in the abbey start promptly at 11. It's just like, God, fucking abbot, you know? I went to the abbot's office for to say, I've had enough of your Machiavellian antics. Something curious happened on that day. When we came face to face, I got all nervous. Well, I consider myself a pretty eloquent dude. But when I looked in his eyes, I started getting in the mood. the evils of man. I guess I'll leave, maybe check out the Quran. But when I consider my life without him, I get a little bit sad and grim. What are these feelings that suddenly arise when I think of his beautiful, sparkling, shimmering, smoldering, abbey eyes? He's condescending and bosses me around, but something just makes me feel safe and sound. Hey, Mr. Abbott, I think I'm falling for you. I know it's a little crazy, but hey, Mr. Abbott, don't you see that we could be two? I just want you to be near me, and even though you've always been distant and icy, but like I always say, the cold never bothered me anyway. Guess I'm just saying, I'm just a Benedictine guy who's been addicted to you. A Benedictine guy who's been addicted to you. A Benedictine guy who's been addicted to you. Yeah. A Benedictine guy who's been addicted to you. Alright guys, you know it, join in with me. A Benedictine guy who's been addicted to you. Yeah. A Benedictine guy who's been addicted to you. I harmonize. A Benedictine guy who's been addicted to you. A Benedictine guy who's been addicted to you. Thank you, you guys sound amazing.